Welcome to RCMoore Vintage and Millinery, and we have so many things here that I want to show you and explain to you this morning. My name is Rosie Moore, and I'm soon to be known as Rosie Revolution. As I said, our store is evolving, so I will explain a little bit more about that later. But right now I want to tell you what we do in our shop. We sell vintage clothing from the 1800s to 1985. 1985 was like the last year that textiles were made in the United States. So I always look for the Union label, or I look for the Made in the USA tag. The clothes that are made in China and other countries, India, they exploit women and children. There's no laws protecting them. So we don't support, and that's not the only reason why we don't support everything recent. Like a lot of vintage stores carry 1990s. I don't, very rarely. And sometimes the only reason why I get them is because they're in a lot of clothing that I have to bid on at an auction or something. The garments aren't made well and they fall apart. Textiles now that are made from petroleum pellets and things that don't disintegrate. We try to explain to everyone to reduce their carbon footprint, so to speak. I did not plan on having a vintage store. I did not plan on doing what I'm doing. It just sort of happened, and I've been collecting vintage since I was 14, and I'm a child of immigrants. I mean, my parents came from Italy and Hungary, so I'm Italian and Roma. I learned from my grandmothers and my mother how to sew and bead and crochet and knit and tat and all that stuff. So we are a vintage shop that also repairs or totally redoes the garment. What I mean is, if we get a garment in here that is all ruined, we'll take it all apart and put it back together as something else, and I call it Frankensteining. So that's what we do too. And so when you get something from us, it's very original. And I also make hats. If you're ever going to the Derby or a tea party or a wedding, anything like that, we do headpieces, hats, and all kinds of crazy stuff. So my store is a little bit different than other stores. You can find that all in my book, I Want to Live Forever. And it looks like this. It's $20 on Amazon, published by Blue Heron Bookworks. And so it explains what we do and how we do it. Our garments are cleaned. A lot of vintage stores don't clean their garments. And they're repaired to the best of our ability. What I want to do now with my shop is turn it into a nonprofit and see how I can give back. And that's what we're concentrating on. And we're going to change the name of our shop to Rosie Revolution, because I'm starting a revolution. I want the people who are unique, who feel like they don't fit in, you know, the misfits, the LGBTQ community. I believe in Black Lives Matter and civil rights. So all of these people who consider themselves a little bit a nonconformist, maybe, come to my shop. My shop is for you. And I think you'll like it here and find it your home. Please follow us on Instagram at RCMoore Vintage. Please follow us on Facebook. You can go on my RCMoore Vintage page or on my personal page, where I can interact with my customers better. And that's RC space more. And stay tuned and watch for news on our webpage, which is www.rcmoorevintage.com. And I want to thank all of you for tuning in, and I hope you stop in soon. Our address is 1561 Main Street in Hellertown. Oops.
I'm sorry.
Hi, come on in.
Hi.
That's all right, we're just about done. Oh, I love your shoes.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
I saw your store from across the street and I was like, wow, that's
yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, you're going to love it in here.